Well, good morning, and welcome to the Thursday Morning Vodkast podcast. Well, it's Thursday morning, and we've got a few things on the menu. We have an Oreo review coming up today for the Strawberry Frosted Donut Oreos. That is quite the mouthful. I'm very much looking forward to that. I haven't done an Oreo review in, maybe a week or two at this point. However, I did pick up, if you're interested, the Dollar General version of Oreos. I am going to start that series probably next week sometime. I want to pick up a few of the knockoff Oreo brands, and we'll sit down and we'll try them, and we'll see which ones compare and which ones fall shy of the mark. I had a meeting last night. It's funny to call it a meeting because it was two of my friends. We sat around and talked for a while, but we're coming up with a plan for the Vodkast. I don't want to say too much about it now, not like anybody really cares at the moment because, well, it's nothing at the moment. But there will be some new content coming in the coming months, and that's all I'm going to say about it for the moment. Little hints, little secrets shared between you and I. My son Griffin's birthday is coming up. Actually, tomorrow is his official birthday, but we probably won't celebrate it till Saturday or Sunday, most likely. But one of the things he asked for, and he's been asking for it since Christmas, is a dehydrator. He wants to dehydrate mushrooms. He's a huge mushroom kid. Both of my boys are huge outdoor boys, and I've always encouraged that and tried to keep that, something part of their lives. Like when I was a kid, we didn't have internet. I barely had video games. I shouldn't say I barely had video games. I had every video game system pretty much that came out since Atari 2600, excluding some of those super expensive ones. However, I spent most of my time outside with my friends. We would come in and play video games, and then one of our parents would kick us out for the rest of the day. And I couldn't imagine a childhood without having that, like that outdoor running around in the woods, building forts. To me, those are some of the best memories I had, pre-teenage years, were like hanging out. I had two friends that I was really close with from about second grade until about, I don't know, maybe about fifth or sixth grade. Excuse me. Larry Rivard and Scott Gonzalez. We used to terrorize the neighborhood. No, actually, we were not terrorists of the neighborhood. There were terrorists of the neighborhood, the bullies of the neighborhood that would chase us around. To be honest, I can't even remember the kid's name. I want to say it was Pete, but I remember we got revenge on him once. I don't think he ever actually, that I can remember. I was never beat up by, let's call him Pete, because I can't remember his name. I don't know if Larry or Scott were. I don't think they were. I think he was a violent boy in the neighborhood, but I don't think he ever really physically took it out on us. He must have, though. I know we were harassed by him, maybe like noogies or wedgies or pulling of hair or something. I can't remember exactly, but I remember we got our revenge once. We were at Larry's house, and we were outside, and it was winter and it was freezing. And behind us, there was this, or not behind us, behind his house, there was this mechanic shop type deal, really small, kind of like hole in the wall place. And right beyond the fence, we could hear Pete talking. So we got the idea in mind that we were going to go turn the hose on in the middle of December and throw it over the fence and soak him. And we did. I think that's the last time I can remember any kind of Pete story. I was fortunate growing up with all the shit we did to never have, knock on wood, broken a bone. We would now behind Scott's house there was we called it the nail factory. I could probably look it up and tell you exactly what it is now, but to the best of our knowledge, they made hardware like nails and stuff at this building, or they didn't. I honestly had never saw the machines doing anything. I never heard anything. It was a warehouse, and they would get pallets of stuff that would come in every day, and they would unload them, and then they'd throw the pallets on the side. And as soon as they'd close for the day, my friends and I would go grab shitloads of pallets and use their warehouse, the back of their metal framed warehouse, as our beginner wall for our fort. This thing was about 2 stories tall, maybe like 20, 30 feet tall. And we built this one fort. The first floor was basically four pallet cubes. So if you were to lay four, let me just get to the point here. If you lay down four pallets and then surrounded them, leaving one opening, and then you did a top, and I think we had something in the middle to hold the corners up, but we did a second floor, and when we got to that point, we could actually get on the roof of the nail factory or nail warehouse, whatever it was. Yeah. Those woods, actually, that's unfortunately in Taunton. There wasn't a lot of places within walking distance of our house. We spent a lot of time at the graveyard because, manhunt or hide and go seek at the graveyard. There's no better place. The graveyard we used to go to was, God, I think it was off of Walnut Street. I can't remember the name of it, but technically you could have crossed the street from my house, gone through the across the street neighbor's yard, and ended up in this graveyard. But we never did that because that, you don't want to get yelled at. They had this one section which was like a valley in the graveyard. Actually, a lot of you guys who live in Taunton have probably spent some time at this graveyard. And in that valley, there were these mausoleums built into the walls. I don't know how long they'd been there, probably the 1800s, early 1800s. And people would come along and smash them open and go in and, I don't know, what, molest the skeletons. Why is it that all these conversations end up with molestation or diddling? Thank God none of my stories, really end that way. Well, with the Oreo review coming up today, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to fill you in on some of the new stuff going on in my world. Like I said, it's gonna be some new content coming, and as the weeks and months progress, I wouldn't even say months. I would say as the weeks progress, I'll let you know a little bit more. This is definitely not something I'm doing on my own, which is super exciting, and I'm getting to spend time with two of my favorite people in the world. So I hope you guys like it as much as we're going to love making it, because if we could make this our thing, man, it would be awesome. So, yeah, why don't you guys take care of each other? Don't forget to make somebody smile today, and I'll catch you guys later on today in the strawberry frosted donut Oreo review. So you guys take care, and I'll see you a little further on down the road.